Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jason Bass, RC 24/7. Alright, so we're going to call this part 2 of the L959 gearbox upgrade. Okay, so I got everything together, and it worked. It worked well, with the exception of one thing. That gearbox, the gearbox I bought, which is a 18024 number HSP gearbox, they're all over the place right now on all the different websites. That's why I happen to buy it right now. I've looked for gearboxes in the past, and they've all been, I haven't been able to find a cheap, inexpensive one such as this. It runs about roughly $10. You'll find it for $9.99 up to up to 20 some. But you can, if you look hard enough, you can find it for just a little over $10. So with shipping and everything to your door. So. Alright, so that's why I bought it. At the same time, I went ahead and bought a set of L313 gearbox internals because the gearboxes look similar enough. I thought there was a potential they may fit in case I had an issue with that. Well, I in fact did end up having an issue with that. Okay, now I'm going to show you why. Okay, you guys know I like to run my RCs to get some serious speed, right? Okay, what you're looking at right here, this is a L313, I guess idler gear. I don't know what they call these particularly. I know one's idler, the other one's, I'm not sure. There's 3 gears in a gearbox, okay? So I've already took out the bearings and the rod that goes to the center out of the one right here. This is the one that came in the HSP gearbox that I purchased. And right off the top, you can notice how much finer the teeth are. So, you can just, after you see the other gears, you'll see what I'm saying. But with finer gear teeth, it's going to have a very lower, top speed. And it's more because this I thought about that. It's like I said, if y'all read the comment in the last video that I posted to the top, I was concerned about this because it said rock crawler gearbox. So I know those are directed to try to get torque. So anyway, after realizing this for sure, I took out this. Let me see. Alright, let me switch it around here real quick. These 3 right here are the ones that came in the HSP 18024 gearbox. Okay. These 3 are the ones that came with an L313 bag of gears I bought for the internal gearbox. Okay. This pinion came stock with the 18024. Or I'm sorry, pinion. This spur. And this spur is one I actually, this is a spur off a blackout which I fashioned. I drilled out the holes in it and to fit this application, which was a total of 6 holes. If you see all the holes around the center hole are all drilled out and custom, or whatever you want to call it. The center hole had to be widened and shaved down. You'll notice. Let's see. I shaved it down with sandpaper. Had a little jitterbugs. It's called a little orbital sander. Shaved that down so that it could fit. Well, I actually did both sides because right there in the center is a little ring that's around the center hole. It kind of extends outward, I don't know, 2 millimeters or something. So you have to shave that down so that these 3 pins will sit down into the gear. And then you put the 3 screws in, and then you hope for the best, I guess, right? Well, anyway, it turned out okay for me. So hold on. Okay, well, fortunately enough, these bearings down sitting in there, seated down into the gearbox here, all 4 of these, they will work on the L313 gearbox. This was the stock spur gear. I think I showed you that already. Anyway, you'll see that. You see why I had to drill out the holes. Anyone, if you have a blackout, you know that the spur gear does not come like that. It turned out pretty good. Just take your time, you know. What I did was I laid this over and kind of marked some spots, and then just went from there. Okay, so, all right, so. And this is the reason. I'm gonna show you guys the reason why you're gonna want to do this. I mean, I guess you don't have to. If you have a crawler, or if you have an L959 that you are just using as a crawler, or you're not really looking for much speed, maybe you'll be happy with it. But so anyway, I haven't counted the number of teeth on any of these rings, but you can see that they're way finer. So there will be a grand total of a lot more teeth, which will equate to a lower gear ratio, meaning that you will not get as much speed, however more torque. So if anybody's curious, if you want me to, I'll count them. I wasn't planning on it, but if anybody must know, leave it in the comments. I'll see what I can do. So if you look at these teeth on this one, you can just see that they're much larger. Let me get it lined up, kind of. Okay, you see that they're much larger. So this is gonna be a faster gearbox. So all right, now like I started to get to with the bearings and everything, they will fit. Everything is, everything seems to be the same. See, the bearings I have down in this gear right here came out of that gear. So everything's fitting except a few things. This is the, I guess, the main drive gear. Like the different, what would on, your standard two-wheel drive, where you have a differential, it's just, same thing, except this one's not a differential, it's just a solid, straight axle. Okay, it's also obvious that gear is wider. The L313 gear is wider. The differential, this is the differential housing gear. Okay, as far as hardware, this hardware, I checked because I have the L313, so I pulled the gearbox off and checked, and these are long enough, and they seem to be the same thread pattern diameter of screw, so I have, it's the same amount of screws that hold this gearbox together as on the L313, so that should work for that. On the L313, you will have a slipper clutch. This is just a straight, I don't know what you call it. There's no clutch system though, so so there's that. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to say is, I think maybe you could have, because I know rustlers use a 87 or 80, this is a 87 tooth pinion right here at 0.6 mod that came with the new gearbox kit, the HSP 18024. However, my first instinct was to go ahead and change that out to try to get higher speed, which it did. It gave me a lot higher speed. On 2S, I was probably getting close to maybe 25 miles per hour. On 3S, I even ran on 3S and I got upwards of probably 35. However, that's not where I'm wanting to be, so I'm going to continue trying to complete this thing. Hopefully next video it'll be a couple weeks, because the L313 parts, I've only been able to find anywhere to order them from, the Chinese, I guess the manufacturer, Wltoys, they have a website. That's where I've been getting them. But I just tried to order them, and they said their website will be down till I think the 18th or 19th of this month, in observation of the new year. So, all right, guys. So once I get this thing completed, I will definitely let you guys know how it turned out. Make a video about that. So I guess be looking forward to that. But we'll see you later. Wish me luck. All right, guys. Later.